Let's do this. Alright, so we have a wheelchair ramp that has a slope of 1/16. That means that the rise is 1 foot, to every 16 feet it goes. Right? It's a very long ramp. Does that make sense? And that's kind of what you want, isn't it? If you have a wheelchair, right, you don't want to be all like going straight up and down, right? You want to be going nice and even. So this rise is 1. And this run, well, that's 16. And we're looking for this angle. So we can call that theta, right? So think about this. What's opposite of theta? What's opposite of this angle?
Adjacent.
What?
I don't know.
What's opposite? Opposite. Opposite. Okay? What's adjacent? Adjacent means it's touching, right? Now, obviously this with the curve, this is your curve, right? Because curves go up and down, right? Okay? That's a 1 foot curve. That's a pretty tall curve. But hey, maybe we're in, Southern California where they have those curves that are set up for the rain, right? Down in Anaheim, they have those 1 foot curves. Disneyland. So, alright, so we got this curve, right? We know that this is a right angle, so we know that this is the hypotenuse. And this is the angle touching, the side touching the angle we're looking from, so this is the adjacent. Once we know what adjacent and opposite and hypotenuse is, now which ones do we have? Which one? What numbers do we have?
16 and 1.
16 and 1. And do we have adjacent?
Yeah.
Yeah. Do we have hypotenuse?
Yeah.
Hypotenuse?
Yep.
We do?
Huh?
We have this one?
Yep.
Yep.
We don't have it yet. We could find it. We have
We have it.
opposite. See how I was messing with you? I want you paying attention, right? We have the opposite. We don't have hypotenuse. But we do have opposite and adjacent. So what one has O and A? Sine, cosine, or tangent? Tangent. See how we figure this out? We look at what we have, and then that determines which one we're going to use. Okay? Alright, so we know we're looking for tangent of theta is equal to opposite over adjacent. What is the opposite? What number is it? 1, right? What's adjacent?
16.
16. Hey, this is easy. How do I find the angle? You remember? How do we find the angle? Angle theta equals what? What's the rule? So this is the rule of definition of tangent. Right? What's the rule we're looking for? Remember the inverse?
The
Definition of tangent inverse? Right? So what's it going to equal? What does theta equal? Tangent inverse of 1/16. That's it. So you take this and you flip them. That's it. That's all you're doing. Tangent theta equals 1/16. So therefore, tangent inverse of 1/16 equals theta. That's it. That's all it is. It's a two-step problem. And so now, we just plug that into our calculator. Tangent inverse, meaning second tangent, 1 divided by 16 equals 3.57. So theta equals 3.57. So 3.6 degrees. Okay? Now, the question is, what angle does the ramp make with the sidewalk? Is this the angle with the sidewalk?
Yeah.
Because this is the ramp,
No.
right? That's the ramp, and this is the ground, isn't it?
Yeah.
So that's the angle of the ramp with the ground. We want the ramp with the sidewalk. We want phi, right? How do we find phi? Subtract it from 90 if we want. Or look at it the opposite way. That instead of 1 over 16, it would be 16 over 1. So it's up to you. You're either going to go phi, so angle phi is equal to the tangent inverse of 16 over 1, or 16, right? Or 3.6 from 90, which is going to be 96.4, right? So we better get 96.4, or not 96, 86.4. So what do we get? Inverse tangent of 16 equals, oh look, 86.4, right? So phi is equal to 86.4. Now again, this one is simplified. This one is definition of tangent inverse, and this one is simplified. And phi is going to be the one we're looking for. So that's the one we want. Now, if they have on the state test, A is 1/16, B is 3.6 degrees, C is 16, and D is 86.4, then obviously we want D, 86.4. Does that make sense? All right.